Sarah Colvin. Joining me now is our Interim Superintendent of Schools, Bill Butler. Bill, good morning.
Good morning, Sarah.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
So busy time at the school. We're going to talk a little bit about this week's school
That's
committee
right.
meeting. The
Yep.
committee meets on Wednesday. Tell me a little bit about what we can expect on the agenda.
Well, we have a relatively short agenda, but I think a lot of several significant items. The first item is a facility use agreement with the Barnstable Little League. That's for the use of the fields behind the Barnstable Community Horace Mann Charter Public School, adjacent to the Hyannis Youth and Community Center. The Little League maintains two fields on that property right now. They're seeking to construct a third field, which is called Mini Fenway. And they've received permission from the Red Sox to use the term Fenway, and it's for their farm league players, 6 to 8 years old, and it's a mini field, and it's going to be behind the basketball courts.
Great.
Over there, and I think it'll be a great addition. It's supported by the LaRusso Foundation, as are the other two fields. And I think the Little League is interested in consolidating that property as a venue for games, and then they'll use their other fields throughout the town for practices.
Well, there was recently a renovation to one of those fields as well behind BCHMCPS.
Right.
It's just absolutely fantastic and so exciting to see this mini Fenway with blessings from the Red Sox team.
Exactly.
How exciting will it be once this is done? I understand it's going to have, a green monster. It's really going to look like Fenway Park.
Mini green monster. That's right. That's right.
A green mini monster.
That's right.
But how
That's
exciting
right.
for the kids, the farm league kids.
It is.
And I understand, too, to have all those three fields in one place, I think for parents who have, kids of varying ages.
Oh, I think it'll be great. I think it'll be fantastic.
Yeah, they won't have to drive all around town. They can just...
That's right.
drop
And
it and
the Little League has just been a great partner. They maintain the fields. Everything about the relationship has been good.
And there's a lot of kids that go through that program.
There are a lot of kids who go through the program.
Absolutely. So that's exciting. Next up on the agenda, a little bit about the Barnstable Youth Commission's Youth Summit. And when Mark Ells was here, he was talking about the presentation that the Youth Commission made before Town Council on Thursday. And they really have been doing a fantastic job in putting this together.
They really have. And Brendan Clark is the chair of the Youth Commission, and he'll be presenting to the school committee. I think it'll be a similar presentation to the presentation that the council received. The first annual youth summit last year, I think, was a significant success. It's directed at 7th grade students and alerts them to the dangers of drug and alcohol abuse as they begin to enter high school, so I think it's a valuable contribution, and I look forward to seeing the presentation.
Absolutely, and again, so important as we deal with a large-scale substance abuse issue, and to be able to get those kids the education that they need and the solid base that they need at a young age is so important.
And I think that hearing that from their peers is particularly helpful.
Absolutely, and they recently got a little bit of grant funding to help with
they
that
did.
as well.
They got a generous gift from Paul and Carolyn Hebert and their Redemption Partnerships organization, and I know the council recently accepted that gift, and that's great.
Wonderful. What else do we have on the agenda?
We have a discussion of the district's facilities booking procedures, particularly with reference to the Performing Arts Center at the high school. We have been thinking about having this on the agenda for several months, and the controversy over the Don McLean concert sort of accelerated it for us, and it's really focusing on, I think, two areas. One is whether we should allow commercial uses of the Performing Arts Center at all, and if we do, are they cost effective? Does the cost of operating the PAC for those performances exceed the revenue we take in? So I think the committee's going to look at that. They're going to look at who should approve commercial uses of the facility. Should it be the facilities director? Should it be the superintendent? Should it be the school committee? The higher up the chain you get, the more complicated it becomes, the more delays there are. So
Exactly. And then is there a, is it something where who is making the decision says, is this something that's appropriate for performance at a high school? And of course, I think that, on the surface, a Don McLean concert, fairly innocuous, but of course, with the charges that have recently come forth, and I know there are some students who are concerned about the image that's going to portray for the school.
Exactly. And that's a concern. And on the other hand, the school district is a government agency, so we're subject to the First Amendment, and that raises issues about what criteria can we employ in deciding who gets to use the facility.
Surely. Very complicated. Should be an interesting discussion for sure.
Yeah. And then we have an update on the FY17 school department budget. Deputy Finance Director Gareth Markwell and I will make that presentation, and we continue to work on the budget. We're beginning to narrow down the additions that we're going to make to the budget for next year. The goal is to provide a level services budget and a sort of so-called maintenance budget, so that we can preserve some flexibility for Meg Mayo Brown when she comes in as superintendent on July 1st.
Absolutely.
And she will be at the school committee meeting on Wednesday. In fact, she's going to spend the entire day in Barnstable, starting at 8:30.
Oh, great.
So we have her booked for I don't know how many meetings, but it starts at 8:30 and goes until 5, and then she'll grab something to eat and go to the school committee meeting.
Busy day. It
Busy
was just
day.
A hint of what's ahead.
That's
right.
right.
In the life of a superintendent,
That's
for
right.
sure.
Well, she knows it well. So
absolutely, certainly. So a number of things. Looks like there's going to be a lot of interesting things going on. Anything else you want to highlight about the agenda on Wednesday?
No, I think that's it. It's not a long agenda, but I think it's important items, and I think it'll be interesting.
Absolutely. Well, certainly can't wait to see the kids cracking the bat at the Fenway.
That's right.
That'll be very exciting. Well, Bill, I thank you so much for joining us here on Barnstable.
Oh, thanks for having me, Sarah.
Thank you. Bill Butler, Interim Superintendent of Schools. Going to send you out to look at that beautiful, almost spring-like view in Oscarville. We'll be back with the news here on Barnstable.